Off we go to Berkeley Marine Center, the boatyard in our area. We are hauling out just for a couple days just to install our new B&G instruments. Other items on our haul out list are PropSpeed on the prop. We're also gonna buff the hull and check our shaft and our cutlass bearing and a couple other things. Just kind of get a little like safety check on everything under the water before our October Channel Islands trip. So excited. All right, here we go. Before we dive deep into the boatyard madness, let's give you a little background. We've owned Gemini for over 2 years now, and it was time to do a couple of things below the waterline before taking her offshore to Southern California. Alright, so we wanted to explain the reasoning behind why we chose Berkeley Marine Center over any other boatyard in the Bay Area. And number one reason is the fact that I work here. This is the office here at the Boatyard Chandlery. I work here a couple days a week, and with that we get some employee benefits. So we are taking advantage of those and hauling our boat out to get some serious work done. So that's the main reason we chose Berkeley Marine Center. But also we chose this place because it's one of the only do-it-yourself yards that are available in the area. The only other place being Napa Valley Marina, and that's just a little bit of a far drive for us with our day-to-day work here in the Bay. We also really love the family vibe that we get here. Just general, great atmosphere to be working in. It's just an overall good feeling to be working on your boat and getting to hang out with a lot of awesome people. So those are the main reasons we chose Berkeley Marine Center. So we are parked at Berkeley Marine Center Boatyard, and we are waiting for one little J24 to be hauled out, and then it'll be us. We're excited to get to work and see how everything's looking under the waterline. Getting ready to haul this beast out. But first, it's breakfast time.
Breakfast time.
What time is it?
Breakfast time.
What time is it?
Breakfast time.
Weirdo. So we are here at the boatyard, and we've been waiting for a couple hours now.
It's kind of like we're at standstill now. We've done everything on the interior that we want to do before the haul out, so now we wait.
We're on boatyard time now. So we have been given an update on our haul out schedule. We are waiting until after lunch to get hauled out. The lift driver got here a little late this morning, so everything got a little pushed back, and Jack just ran to Alameda to get some parts for a client's boat and a couple of extra things that we were missing for our projects while we're hauled out. So hopefully we don't have to do too many more trips to the chandlery, but we'll see. You never know what you'll find when you haul your boat out. I just want to be hauled out so I can get some work done already. Pull my boat out of the water! Berkeley Marine Center is a bustling hub for boat builders, marine contractors, and general sailing nerds like ourselves, making it a wealthy pool of knowledge and resources. Eric has been the travel lift driver at BMC for over 14 years, and he has seen it all.
Relatively flat, which that's a good spot. If it was picking up here, yeah. Or if this was more dramatic, if it kind of did that, we'd want to tie them together. But yeah, this is great.
Check it out. She is hauled out and getting pressure washed as we speak. We're super excited to get to work. And that's exactly what we did. First up was doing a quick jiggle test to check for any slop in our rudder post.
Oh, nice.
Doesn't feel bad at all, huh? Oh yeah, that's some good lineage stuck in there.
Friggin'.
We are cutting off this fishing line that wrapped around our propeller shaft. Who knows how long it's been there, but it's pretty mangled.
I kind of like your clamp system. Is working pretty well. Like I said, the only thing I would do is make it a little bit thicker material.
We had the metal shop help us fabricate new stainless exhaust riser bracing for our engine.
Do we need to make a thicker tube to move this arm outboard a little bit? See how I have that spacer there?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you just put more of a bend,
And that.
right, and just have it come out, and
So we can get the zinc out.
yeah, basically do what you have now,
Yeah.
except have it make the clamp out of thicker material.
Yeah.
Put it on the other side of the engine mounting bolt.
Yeah.
And weld the bolt
Onto that. Yeah.
bracket.
So I don't have to fiddle with it.
Right. I like that. That'll be easy enough to do.
Okay.
So we ordered some stainless bar to make up some new engine bracing for our exhaust riser. And here it is. All right, we have gotten the transducer through hole out. See that hole right there? There's a hole in our boat. We're excited to put the new one in and try it out once we're back in the water. The soggy old plywood backing plate had seen better days, so we made a hefty new one out of 3/8" G10.
Round off these edges because the hull is shaped like the V, of course, right? So then these little edges need to be sanded down. And then
We're replacing this old
we're making this guy
wooden
like that. So we'll recreate that somewhat. But what we're going to do is just fill it with nice thickened epoxy and some mat. And then this will be solid as heck. And then we'll drill through it and make another hole.
We were super lucky to have employee access to tools and supplies, making this whole process way more efficient. After all, there's only so many tools you can keep on a boat. Next up, we made up some nice and thick epoxy to fill any voids in between the backing plate and the shape of the hull. With the boat full of toxic epoxy fumes, it was the perfect excuse to escape the boatyard and catch a break while playing some pool. Alright, we just got a little distracted for a couple hours playing pool at a bar in Berkeley, but we are back at the boatyard and it's golden hour. It's beautiful out here. We'll get a little more work done before the sun goes down and then we'll be ready for work tomorrow.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
Well, we're gonna chill for a minute and then we'll figure out what is our next plan.
Yep. I think that epoxy set up perfectly because that pumper dumper system is set up for that.
Alright, we have epoxied up a backing plate on the inside. You can see all the epoxy that hardened up in there. Now we're gonna re-drill that hole so it's nice and flush and put in our transducer. I see you. I see you down there. Today I am stuck working in the office. Gotta make money somehow. So Jack is out there. There's our boat behind me, right up there. He's out there working and I'm in here also working, but I decided to get started on some soft shackles for our staysail. We are slowly converting our stainless wire rigging to Dyneema, so we had to replace our metal hanks on the staysail with soft shackles, as to prevent chafe. Day 3 in the boatyard. We are getting ready to tape and sand the bottom. The previous owners at some point put a hard epoxy paint over ablative, so we're gonna have to sand a little bit and get some nice fresh bottom paint on there. We had plans to strip all the bottom paint the next time we hauled out to do a copper coat bottom, so this was just a quick touch-up to make it through the winter.
Buy a boat, they said. It'd be awesome, they said.
After just a couple of days of work on the hard, we definitely started to feel just a little crazy. Next pose. Next pose. Next pose. Next pose.
I know. Just Why are you doing that face?
I got the boatyard craze. We rolled on one good coat of the cheapest ablative paint we could find. We knew we were going to be stripping it down to bare fiberglass and starting fresh soon. The bottom needed much more help than what we could give her at this point in time.
What are you doing over here?
We just put some on and off on the prop, and we're getting ready for PropSpeed. So we got to get it really, really clean. We've got some pitting and corrosion from probably previous owners, maybe forgetting zincs or something. But we're cleaning it up as well as we can so we can. PropSpeed is one of our favorite marine products, but it's also one of the most expensive. This silicone-based foul release coating helps keep things from clinging to your prop or any other metal gear below the waterline. We've used it on our previous boat, and now we're using it again on Gemini.
Okay. Got our PropSpeed on there. Nice and shiny. Hi, Dave. How are you? Yep. Launching today.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was a fast one.
Just 1 week.
Yeah, that was fast.
Yeah. Especially when you live aboard, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The boatyard work had come to an end, and there was only one last thing left to do. It's our tradition that we cook a ton of barbecued chicken for the yard employees to thank them for their help while in the yard.
she's just holding it. She's just.
No, I'm just standing here pretending like I'm filming.
Okay, go ahead, film it. I'll narrate.
Okay, here we go.
Ready? Tell me when you're rolling.
I'm rolling.
All right, children, let this be a lesson to you. You stay in school, you eat your vegetables, you don't want to wind up working in the boatyard. Take a look at this poor lad here. He did everything right. Good neighborhood, nice cars, good schools. He still wants to eat the teacher. Nothing you can do with a lad like that. You send him to sea around Cape Berkeley. Hopefully he'll wind up in Piedmont. You never know.
Thank you for that, Dave. Thank you.
For you.
I'm gonna report you.
Oh, dear.
You haul a boat out, everybody thinks you're gonna be here way longer. And Alberto walks up and he says, how's he doing? He goes, 3 months. 3 months. And I told him on Tuesday, but guess what day it is today?
It's Wednesday.
1 day late, so I owe the guy a beer.
But at least it wasn't 3 months.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. It was 1 week to the hour almost.
Yeah.
I don't drink beer, but when I do, I have a PropSpeed koozie.
Sponsor us, please.
Right?
Although we were so happy to be going back in the water, it's still terribly nerve-wracking to watch as they launch your boat, hoping things run smoothly and that there aren't any unforeseen leaks or hang-ups. If you've ever hauled a boat out, you know the exact feeling I'm talking about.
Alright, instruments are on.
Gonna try our depth for the very first time. 12 feet, it says.
12 feet.
That could be right. I don't know, we'll have to do a test and see if it's calibrated.
Bergen! It's showing something!
Yay!
Yeah! Alright.
Hell yes!
Hull, yes. Alright, firing the hull. Alright, you ready for departure?
I was born ready. Giddy with excitement that we were back in the water, we totally forgot that we had the camera sitting up on deck. She took a couple good splashes on our way back home. Rest in peace, camera. You've done us well. If you like our videos, help keep this boat afloat. Subscribe and join our Patreon crew today. Ew! Gross! Ew! No nose picking on camera.
Why are you doing that face?
I got the boatyard craze.